We have quite a bit to cover today. First, Census Thunder. The campaign was a success, and those super destroyers involved at any point of its duration are cleared to deploy the supply FRV. Fleet-wide availability will come later, though High Command didn't specify when. With the new boatless processing plant on Alarav, we will begin to cut through the veil of the void. It's important to note that after its liberation, the planet was subsequently attacked by the Illuminate, but we frustrated their efforts to usurp it once more. With that done, we move on to our next campaign. Codenamed Celestial Fence. This is our effort to deploy a new and improved version of the Terminate control system, which uses Termicide to establish a defensive line. If all goes to plan, the Terminates will be unable to penetrate or maneuver around our defenses. In theory, this should keep our core world safe from infestation. I say in theory, because we've tried this before. Back in March 2184, initial versions of the Terminate control system and Termicide agent were deployed as an element of Operation Valiant Enclosure. The objective was to contain an uncontrolled expansion of Terminate hives, which cost us dearly in the long run, both in lives and planets lost. After pushing the Terminates out of Heath and Angel's Venture, we designated the worlds in the Umlaut sector as barrier planets. These planets were Errata Prime, Fenrir 3, Turing, and Meridia. The Termicide deployed through the TCS worked for a time, allowing us to push deeper into enemy territory on both fronts, until the Terminates underwent forced evolution, allowing them to adapt to the Termicide. Instead of being a tool to cull their numbers, the Termicide allowed them to reproduce at a rate never before seen. April 2184 was the month Meridia fell. We moved to deactivate the TCS on the rest of the Umlaut sector, but the lush landscapes of Meridia were forever lost to the Terminates. The rest of the Umlaut sector survived, but the Meridian super colony became a major problem that had to be dealt with. It put significant strain on both fronts once more, until the Ministry of Science decided to inject dark fluid into it, collapsing it into the singularity we know today. The same singularity that destroyed 3 other planets and allowed the resurgence of the Illuminate's great host to invade Super Earth. We've lost territory to the Illuminate ever since. In any case, development of Termicide 2.0 began in June 2184, and concluded after we furthered its development through tissue collection and testing in April of this year. The opening phase of Celestial Fence focuses on pushing Terminate offensives back and surveying locations for a new batch of barrier planets to construct the TCS Plus arrays and dispense Termicide 2.0. The Terminates are assaulting 2 planets from Boar Rock, Terek and Brilliance. This is in response to our move to construct TCS Plus. If the campaign succeeds, we will be awarded a new marksman rifle, so keep that in mind. There is also one last thing to cover. The Heroes 2026 campaign hosted by Commissar Kai and friends has concluded, raising over $250,000. Liberating Yet Prior was one of the Galactic War objectives for the event. After Yet Prior's resistance diminished for an inexplicable reason, the planet's liberation was swift. This resulted in the encirclement of Klasa's data center. Commissar Kai and his team spearheaded this effort, so credit where credit is due. Well done. The money will aid the most vulnerable of humanity's youth through Save the Children. Whether you were involved through streaming, promoting, donating, or simply watching and playing, I thank you for your efforts. That's all I have for you at the moment. Dismissed.
Pods Prime.